Welcome back. Another episode, Warm Up with Rivalry, where we're talking week 7 recap and game day predictions, man. You called it last week, upset of the week, man. You said the team that could lose is USC and go down. I didn't see it from Notre Dame after the week we saw prior. Man, what'd you see out of Caleb Williams to think USC could go in there and lose, man?
Man, just they're always beatable. Lincoln Riley always has a team that is beatable. Just because I know they can give up on defense. I knew Notre Dame would come with some fire. Coming off a loss like that, embarrassing loss. They want to fight every year to get in that playoff. I knew that the coach who had their team ready to go. Man, it was a home game, it was a big game,
Yeah.
and I just had a feeling just from what I saw off of USC going to Colorado, who doesn't really have a raucous atmosphere like that. Even though it has improved, I just
Hmm.
see how went up, got lackadaisical, and came back. I saw a team that had more camaraderie and chemistry. You know what I'm saying? It was just set up for a big loss, man. Congratulations to Notre Dame on that. Exposing them. They got exposed. So back to the drawing board they go.
Yeah, do they still have a shot? I know they got everything in front of them. I think Lincoln said we can't let this loss carry on and into another loss, which we've heard before. Um, do we think they're gonna be able to bounce back and somehow find a way to get in the college football playoffs?
Man, it's a crazy time, man. I honestly look at the Pac-12 like the old SEC, man. You could have a one-loss team, and if you run the table the rest of the way, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, you can possibly get in there, win that championship game for your conference, and you'll get in there. Even though they did lose by a significant amount, was on the road. If Notre Dame continues to win out, it'll look as a good loss, we would say.
Yeah.
So I don't think things are over. I think they need to regroup, recalibrate. Is it early enough in the season? I think it is. You know what I'm saying? It's right on that cusp though. You know what I'm saying? If it would have been 2 weeks later, I think it would have been done. But I think they still got the loss early enough they could regroup, they have to put some points up on some people. They still got Oregon State, they still got Utah, Oregon. It's still some opportunities out there, man. So
Yeah, this the time. This the time we'll be able to see what type of team they got when you take a loss or beat down like that, go in and honestly just get embarrassed. Um, we'll see how they bounce back. We'll see if those guys can come together this week and pull out a win. Um, who do they have this week?
shit.
Who does USC? I'm curious. I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see again how they bounce back. Again, Caleb Williams. I know he's on a quest to try and repeat Heisman winner. Obviously, he has draft stock in which he's trying to prove, and continue to prove that he's the best or one of the best quarterbacks in the country right now. So curious to see
Mm.
how it play out, man. Curious to see how those guys come together. I thought USC was gonna have again too many athletes for Notre Dame to compete, man.
Ooh.
Who does USC have? Who?
Utah, USC and Utah.
Utah. This gonna be a nice matchup. It's gonna be a
They
nice
got
matchup. I like Utah's defense, but yeah, this gonna be one where we'll be able to see what's USC about, man. What type of camaraderie they really have. Uh,
FC too.
yeah,
So good bounce back game, man. It's set up for them to bounce back.
we'll see. We'll see. They're gonna definitely have to earn it, man. You get what you earn. Words of Van Gordon. Hey,
Got it,
so
man. VG, what up, baby?
when you think about the Washington Oregon game, man, great ball game. Everything that you would expect out of those two teams clashing. I took Oregon to win that game. I felt like Bo Nix in the program would somehow find a way to just win. Um, couldn't do it. Ball was in the wrong hands at the end of the game. What you think about quarterback play in Washington, man? Are they one of the most exciting teams in the country right now, bro?
Man, I told you that's what it would come down to, man. Quarterback play. Penix is really showing me something, man. He's improved from what I've known from him in Indiana. He's playing with confidence,
Yeah,
like they've been showing across the board on all these sports shows. They were down, and he knew the defense was on the field, and he's over there on the side rapping. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They say he's rapping about how he's going to bring it back. So, if you got a guy in the center, man, that's cool under pressure, man, you gonna be all right, man. The game was as advertised, man. Came down to who had the ball last, and
man, that might be
completed.
one of the most legendary freestyles in a football game. You got the Oklahoma freestyle with the Sooners in the locker room, right?
Yep.
And you got his. I wish we could have heard what he said because I heard that everything he put on wax, man, he came out and did that next drive. So
Hey,
dog,
man.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Or
He's special,
power,
bro.
power.
Man, he's special. And he know it. I'm curious. I think I said this a few weeks back. Is he the best quarterback in the country?
Right now, you got to put him there. You have to put him there, man. He's the best quarterback in the country. They have the best record. Um, I'm not pretty sure as far as stat wise, passer rating and all that, what he is ranked against everybody else. But he's winning, man. I go off wins.
Yeah,
So what it is.
yeah. He making it happen, man. North Carolina. I know we talked about Chiz. We both took Chiz defense to go in and beat Miami. Um, High scoring contest, 41-31, man. The Tar Heels uh find a way to beat the Hurricanes, bro. What do we think about the program? Do they have a shot? Does North Carolina have a shot?
Absolutely. If they could continue to win, I don't know if they play Florida State. Let's check that out, see if they do. But if they do play Florida State in the season, I think that'll be the only downfall. Now, if they catch them in the ACC championship, then I think that'll be what it is, man. Only team I think North Carolina has to run into is Clemson.
Yeah, and Duke. They still have Duke in November, man.
Okay, and they got Duke. Florida State plays Duke this week. We'll
Yes.
be able to watch.
Yeah. Duke will be without their starting quarterback, I believe,
Mm,
which
mm.
this is not the game you want that. But yeah, I think Duke without their starting quarterback this week, man. But I like UNC, bro. The program solid, defense is much improved from last year, bro. Last year they was getting ran through. Defense couldn't stop nothing. But man, the defense looking better this year. Uh, Entire program, I think they got a chance, man, to win out. And somehow, if they win the ACC championship, can get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Dog.
still
But
for 'em. Everything's still out there for them.
yeah, yeah, and they playing good ball, man. Alabama, bro. They squeaked. That was my upset, man. I went out on a limb and said Arkansas beats Bama. Didn't happen. Played a good game. Hard fought SEC matchup. Nothing that we don't expect. But they escaped. Do you still believe in the program in Bama? I'll say I believe. Program Bama again. As much as the outside wants to say, hey, they don't have a quarterback. Defense isn't, what it's been in years. They don't have the outside weapons. Um, Man, we know what we're gonna get out of a Saban team. And a few weeks ago, I think the media asked Saban, it was like, why why what made you get on the guys or how that, an outburst on the sideline? He said, Miss Terry told me, man, when they mess up, you better get on their butts. So man, I think we got a Saban back, you know, um, who's back locked in, man. And I think obviously Bama's a team to look out for, bro. What you think?
Hey man, it's the SEC, man. It might have been a little bit of underestimated coming into the game, but either way it go, man, we found a way to win. We pulled it off. On the schedule, it's gonna be a W by a name. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want, but it can go week by week. That's
Yeah,
all that matters. Win this week. We ain't got to be undefeated and looking all powerful every week.
yeah,
Listen, it'll get the win.
yeah.
All right, so move on.
Yeah, and them boys, Bama got Tennessee got to come to Bama this week. So,
Mm.
man, that's gonna be one for the ages. Tennessee coming to Bryant Denny, never an easy one.
Third week in
Last
October.
last week in October, and we know what go on in November, man. We know what that November schedule gonna look like. Um, Another one you called out, bro. You talked about it, Missouri, Eli beating Kentucky. Man, they went in and stunned them boys. 38-21. I didn't expect it. I talked about how coach Kentucky's head guy was gonna get those guys back focused. Man, didn't happen. I was shocked. I was shocked, man, to see UK go down like that. Um, should I have been surprised? Probably not, man. Like Troop say, Mississippi State gonna always be Mississippi State, man. Kentucky gonna always be Kentucky. So shouldn't have been shocked, man. But Eli continues to pull off big wins, man. What you think, bro?
Yeah, man. Eli finally win big wins in a tough place to win, man. I know it's
Yeah,
hard to get those top recruits over to Missouri, outside of the ones that come from Missouri, but he's been holding his own, man, slowly building that program to some stability. And that's what it's about, being stable and what's the word I'm looking for, man?
yeah, they
Um,
working. They
uh,
working.
ain't good. But anyway,
He's put the right guys around him though.
yeah.
Like you saying though, he put the right coaching staff around him, man. He got some guys again from Auburn that we was around. When you think
Mm,
about Coach Poe, you know, when you think about obviously Coach Cheese was there a few years ago. Um, I think he's now in the NFL. But man, the staff and man, Coach Link, special teams coach. Like he's got some guys that have been around, I would say, winning programs. We won some games in Auburn, man. So what he's creating, and Eli is a football nerd, bro. Right or
mhm.
wrong. Like he's gonna study the game, he's gonna have his guys prepared. And honestly, when you think about personality types, he's comparable to Malzahn.
Yeah.
Malzahn was the type who would our senior year, bro, he let us be exactly who he was. He didn't try to change personalities. As long as you stayed out of trouble and balled, he was good. And I feel like that's the type of program Eli has, man. He's got some excitement going around the program, um, winning some big games, recruiting St. Louis area. I saw a recruiter, a reporter, a scout, I'm sorry, say that right now Missouri is literally running the St. Louis area when it comes to recruiting. So, man,
Mm,
shouts out to them boys, man. I like it. I like what's going on at Mizzou, man, with the Tigers.
nice.
Uh, dog, Dion lost, man. Colorado. Um, Friday night, that was a crazy game. Colorado's up, 17 points, 3 touchdowns, and I remember I looked to my wife. I was like, bro, if they come back and if they lose this game, it's gonna be a crazy ending. And we went into what, two OTs? Uh, man, what do we think about how Colorado lost? Can they recover? Um, what you think, man? Was that a hard one to rebound from?
Uh, was it a hard one to rebound from? It might be, but was it needed?
Mm,
Yes. Very humbling, man. And this game is 4 quarters, and you got to finish the game out, man. They thought the game was over, but you preach all the time. Just keep fighting, one play at a time until you leave it out there on the field until it say 0-0,
yeah,
and that's exactly what Stanford did.
yeah,
And Colorado underestimated those boys, and feel like they've arrived. I don't know, why. You know what I'm saying? You should be trying to dominate everybody and finish
yeah,
games out. Saying y'all new to this. Y'all won what, one game last year? I know it's a whole new team, but still, you know what I'm saying? And Stanford showed up, man. Proud of
hmm,
Stanford. Really wish Colorado would have closed that out, but I feel like they need a little bit of humbling, man. It's too much distractions going on the sideline, man. It's too much Instagramming going on. It's too much
yeah,
TikTok. It's too much. So I think that loss was a good humbling experience. I know they would have wish it didn't have to happen. Something else could have factored in so they get that experience without actually taking the L. But it is what it is. And that's the way that God wrote it out. Dion can, Coach Prime can say whatever he needs to say to those guys. I know he was highly upset with them, but it is what it is. It's your team, and they say your team is a reflection of you.
yeah, yeah. But he say he want guys around him that love the game like he do. Is that implying that the guys don't love the game like he does? Man, when you hear certain stuff come out of coach's mouth, it makes you think, what's going on, which is why it's important, man. A loss like that is hard to bounce back from. We know
Yeah.
it, especially when you have high expectations, man. You lose to Oregon, you lose to USC. That was expected. But when you should win, the games you should win, when you lose those games, the way that they did, bro, we'll see how they bounce back. Like I say,
Going going into a bye week, man. Think of that
going
too, man.
into a bye week, yeah, that's a hard one to sleep on.
Having a nasty taste in your mouth for 2 weeks, man. But Colorado has to tighten up, man. If they want to make a bowl, they have to tighten up. Looking at the rest of their schedule, it's nothing easy. Oregon State, Utah,
Yeah.
Arizona, right? There's teams on there that they could not win another game this year. UCLA up next, like they better tighten up.
Man, would that be shocking? Damn. I think a lot of people would be surprised because, early on, a lot of people was on that bandwagon very fast. Definitely think they got ballers, bro. I think we know they got some players over there, but will they come together and gel right, bro? Man, all right.